Hey everyone, hope you're all doing great. In the last part, we learned about the Select Shape tool, and in this part, we're going to cover the rest of the tools. The Create Shape tool lets you select one or multiple parts of a shape and fill them with color. I'm selecting this shape, then I hit Create Shape, and it gets filled with the color I picked earlier. One of the options is Connect and Create, which closes open shapes first and then fills them with color. The next option is Lasso Mode. If I select it, the way shapes are selected changes to this style. Let's test it out. It's that simple. You can select any part of the shape. The next option is Fill Color. If a shape is selected and this option is active, when you hit Create Shape, it only fills the shape without any strokes. But if it's set to stroke mode and you hit Create Shape, it'll only apply the stroke. Just make sure the stroke is enabled in the Style tools. But if the Both option is active, both the stroke and the fill will be applied. The tool I use the most for coloring is definitely the Create Shape tool. The next option is Paint Bucket. If I have a shape on the screen, I select the color I want, and then click on the shape, it gets filled with that color. Let's go ahead and test the fill and stroke options. We've tested fill and stroke, and now here's the test with the Both option. But since it creates extra shapes and points and has a lot of issues, I generally don't recommend using this tool. The Point Reduction option adjusts the number of points it generates, and Pixel Expansion controls the distance between the points. The next option is Delete Shape. With this, you can easily delete any shape on the screen, but keep in mind it only removes the fill and stroke of the shape. The shape itself will still be there. To permanently delete a shape, you first need to select the shapes and then use the Delete key on the keyboard. The next option is Line Width, which adjusts the thickness of the stroke. Exactly like what you see in the video. Instead, you can select a point and give it a percentage here to change the stroke thickness. If we disable the Magnet Mode tool, it no longer has the magnetic effect and won't snap to the points. But if you enable it, you can adjust the magnet radius to make it more effective and cover a larger area. Exactly like you're seeing in the video. The next option is Hide Edge. It hides a stroke without actually deleting it, so it just won't be visible. This tool is super useful in design work. The next option is Stroke Exposure. If you click on the stroke of a shape and drag left or right, it moves the stroke towards the starting point. By using these options, you can adjust whether this movement starts from the beginning or from the end of the stroke. Stroke exposure is really useful for creating cool animations, and we'll be using it a lot in the upcoming videos. The next option is Curve Profile. It's used to apply changes to a shape based on another shape while the shape is selected. For example, I select Sharp Corner and draw a shape like this. Now, by using the Select Point tool or Create Shape, I select my shape so the Curve Profile option becomes active. Now I click on Curve Profile, then click on the shape I drew as the template, and boom, you can see the beautiful change it made. Now we can use these settings to adjust the impact and rotation. By making changes to the shape that was used as the template, we can apply some really beautiful changes to our main shape, just like in the video. For example, now it looks like a flower, just with a few simple clicks. The next option is Color Point, which is a super useful and very lovable tool. With Color Point, you can assign a color range to any point you select, just like a gradient but more advanced. Exactly like in the video, where I assign a color to each point. If a point is selected, you can use Color Strong to increase or decrease the intensity and strength of that color. For example, I've just adjusted the intensity of the yellow color, making it lighter and darker so you can see the difference more clearly. With Clear, you can completely remove that color. By the way, if you're into animation, don't forget to like the video and subscribe. Have a great day.